boy, we better buckle up for this one. It's another movie review right here at our local establishment, and I am Bobby Munson bringing you all the latest and greatest in what to see at the Cineplex, or what to avoid, or what to wait for streaming. And along comes a Western movie this summer. We are brought Horizon, an American saga from the legendary actor Kevin Costner, who I'm going to get this right out of the way, not the most massive Kevin Costner fan by any means at all. I find his work dry. I really just not a massive fan. So that's me. I mean, that's my personal taste. I know a lot of people are. I know a lot of people love Yellowstone and 80 million spinoffs that show has. Anything I've seen, again, even Westerns for the most part aren't my cup of tea. I'm not massively into Western films. I do enjoy certain ones. There's certain ones a long time that I have enjoyed depending on the movie itself, but I'm not one that goes and gets an enjoyment out of most Western films. So along comes Horizon, an American Saga, 3-hour picture that's supposed to be part of a planned 4-part saga. 4 parts to this thing. And if they think the second one's right around the corner, they filmed it already. A lot of money is sunk into this. I'm not even going to start getting into the money involved and how much it did and didn't make and all this kind of stuff, and how, any of the companies could have helped. Yeah, I don't. Again, you want to go read about all the stuff that's been said about the release of the film and everything. Go ahead and check it out. What I'm going to tell you to do is avoid this movie. Avoid it at all costs. I'm sorry. It's not going to get more interesting. This one wasn't interesting. It was dull. It was lacking anything remotely interesting at all. It was like, again, I get it. You've got 3 different stories you're trying to tell. You're developing 3 different stories that are going to intertwine throughout this big, massive saga. I don't care. I really don't. And here's the worst part. Not only do I not care about this whole thing and about any of the history that's revolved around it, but this movie is filmed in such a way that it starts to become boring and uncomfortable at the same time. And the reason it becomes uncomfortable, and again, I know maybe they didn't mean to do this inadvertently, and you could sit there and make the argument, oh, history. Yeah, well, guess what? History was written a certain way because it was written by certain people and stuff like that to make recollections. What was documented was documented. We don't, and again, here's the thing. This whole movie goes about filming in a way that every time that any of the Caucasian people are being destroyed or taken out or anything of the sort, you're made to feel sympathy for them. They really film this to go, oh my God, how could they do this to them? How could they do this to those poor innocent people? And yet every time in this movie that you really see an attack of people on the Aboriginal people and going and scalping them for money and stuff like that, it really doesn't hold that same sympathy card as much. It's the way it's filmed too. And again, it becomes uncomfortable in that sense because it's like, okay, there's 2 sides to every damn story. And this one felt like America, like really focused on the old cowboys are best type situation of the past. It felt so long time ago, 1950s. And if that's your bag, if you can't get on board with 2024 and you want to love country Western films where people talk a hell of a lot about a bunch of nonsense that's really kind of boring, dull, and uninteresting, and you occasionally like when somebody gets in a good old gunfight, well, then maybe this cowboy Western is for you and you want to go sit through 4 of these. But even at the end of this movie, at the very end of this movie, they had a montage, not a montage of somebody progressively getting better as they practice for a big game or anything. No, a goddamn montage of what's coming up next on Horizon, an American Saga. Not kidding you. It was like watching a TV series and going, well, next season on Horizon, an American Saga, you will see the following. Trust me, folks, it gets better. It's like they're trying so hard to sell you that this might eventually get interesting, and you've already lost us. 1 movie in, and you've completely lost us. I do not like this movie whatsoever. It's dull, it's flat, it's boring. I think the people in it do a very boring job. Sorry to all of you, not saying you're all terrible. I'm just saying this movie was not it. If you're into this, great. Go see it, have fun, do your thing. I'm not. I'm out on the rest of the series. Don't expect any reviews of 2, 3, 4, or whatever comes along the path, because they're just not going to happen from me. Anyway, what did you think of Horizon? Let me know in the comment section below. If you want me to review anything else, is there something you want me to check out and review? Go ahead and let me know in the comment section as well, too. As you know, we are broadcasting this at our local establishment. That ticker down below is where you can find us all over social media, as well as here on YouTube and Twitch. Remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments at the comment section below, and we'll get back to you as well, too. As for me, well, here you go. Here's my ticker down below. That's where you're going to follow me on all social media, as well as my personal Twitch. You can check out that I'm, occasionally putting stuff out on. It's videobro_Bobby Munson. And I appreciate that you spend the time listening to my reviews and chatting me up in the chat section. You guys are all amazing. Love it. What's been your favorite movie of this summer season? That should be the real question. Avoid Horizon and American Saga. Really not the one that's really the must-see of the summer. Not by any means. Anyway, that's it for me. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next